Good afternoon. How are you? I'm doing a kind of stand-in talk and it's outside because it's raining, and the phone wasn't working very well because of the rain. Thomas Jefferson tells me it's 32 degrees, the humidity is 75%, and the wind is 4 miles an hour, and there is a slight wind that I can feel. I think that we might try to figure out the structure of the dismal, dystopic circumstance that has engulfed America. And part of it is cognitive dissonance, which is how do you deal with two contrary thoughts and hold them in your mind at the same time? And when I was a kid, my uncle, he had some word games he would play with me. And one in particular, which fits this category, I had him repeat it to me until I understood it. And it goes like this. In the middle of the night, when the sun was shining bright, two dead boys got up to fight. Back to back they faced each other, drew their swords, and shot each other. A dead policeman heard the noise. He came to kill the two dead boys. Okay, now it sounds like nonsense, but the reason I think it's interesting to us is we cognitively know that a dead boy doesn't get up. We know what a dead boy is. And so if he gets up, that's cognitive dissonance. America is suffering big time cognitive dissonance. And there's a triumvirate, in my opinion, that's running this. The big cheese is fat stuff felon Trump. But the other two parts of this triumvirate are bully Bannon and cybertech Musk. Now, Bannon has been there since the beginning. And if I remember correctly, he was after Trump for years before he ran, starting in 2015. And Bannon has been there, and he is of the view that you can get done what you want, and the opposition is the media. And so his notion is to flood the zone with shit. And that's what we've been seeing. We've been seeing a fair amount of that, things that contradict. I mean, one of the ones yesterday was that I saw some people react to, and it's been talked down. I don't know if it's true or not, but it goes like this. If you're receiving Social Security, then you have to travel to work. And they're requiring some people to travel more than 50 miles. And they're hoping that this will suppress the number of people that want to remain federal employees. If this isn't the reverse of a happy working place, I don't know what is. And so he is busy implementing the 2025 program, in my opinion. Now, Big Brother Bannon for Trump, that's his charge. Now, cybertech Musk, what he's doing is he's out there stealing our confidential information faster than we got Trump's tax return, shall we say. Like never. Somebody has them in a dark room somewhere, but we've never seen them. So sometimes people who know how to delay and obfuscate and manipulate the courts and lie and cheat and steal can do something like that. Now, both seem, that is, of this triumvirate, the Bannon wing and the Musk wing, it seemed to me, are familiar with Bruce Lee's notion of speed. And for example, in 1972, I think it was Fist of Fury was the movie, he threw 9 punches in less than 2 seconds. Now you try to do that, and you'll see what it's about. And that's what I think the triumvirate is doing. It's working to have 2 or more initiatives a day. And what do we see? What we see in response is pathetic small crowds, looking uncomfortable, off balance, led by Chuck Schumer, whom I've known for years. I was his counsel once. And but you catch somebody off balance in a situation, and they're not being effective. Now that said, well, I don't think that's been working very much. It's not stirring the people. There's not high sounding rhetoric. There's not the charge. And here's the other thing. You can't always be responding. You have to initiate. We celebrate those who act. we have to act. We have to take the fight to Trump. We don't sit there and wait until he punches us in the nose and then rub our nose and then come back at him. And we don't even come back at him. So where are we coming back? We're coming back in court, mostly, by guru groups, by interested groups, by state attorneys general. Those are the ones who are doing it. And we have judges that are putting the brakes on this. But we haven't crushed it yet. And we have to get on the ball, and we have to realize that this triumvirate is operating in the way I suggest, my view, of course. And we have to know the teams that are at play. That is, capital versus labor, white supremacists versus those who believe in social equality, brutal versus kind, monarch versus democratic. Now, all of this should be obvious. We've been dealing with this monster since 2015. Do you think somewhere along the line we would have learned something about how to deal with them? Maybe. Anyhow, that's what I got today. And they're talking about snow. So that we're trapped in a weather cycle. Nothing as severe is going to happen elsewhere in the country, I suppose, if we have it. But we may have some more snow, and I'll do what I can to communicate my thoughts. I hope you find them helpful. And I appreciate the comments you send me because it makes me think as well. And it's the closest thing to having a conversation with a lot of people in a hall somewhere. And that would be fun. And someday we are going to all march down the trail, but I think we'll wait for a warmer day. So all the best. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.